Right now on Denver 7 News at 5 a.m. What a wild sight overnight.
It's July. Almost August.
That is not snow, that is hail piled up in the street. We have team coverage on this crazy weather we're seeing across the Front Range.
Another round of interest rate hikes.
We're trying to do just the right amount, right? We're not trying to have a recession.
A piece of good news, though, this is not affecting mortgage rates, and in fact, more good news for home buyers.
And as football training camp gets underway, the Broncos are one step away now from having their new owner. Although hard to think about football or anything for that matter, hard to sleep last night because of the thunder and the lightning and the hail.
And that hail, yeah.
It was a wild night. Thanks for joining us, even if you're a little groggy this morning. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Those storms were firing up and down the Front Range as we saw that wild video in Estes Park, reminding us you can never really put away the snow shovel all year long here. This was along Elkhorn Avenue, the main street through downtown Estes Park. We have a crew on the way there right now to check things out. And our traffic expert Jason Luber shot this video overnight from his home in Castle Pines. You can see those streets were flooded. Water was carrying debris down the road there.
Maybe the light show alone kept you up, and the crackling thunder. We captured this lightning from our Lookout Mountain camera, and you can see the wall of rain. You can't even see downtown Denver because of that rain.
Wow.
So let's turn to meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo for a look at where that rain stands now.
The good news, it's rain we need, right? Yeah, it's been so dry, so hot, and I think I might have jinxed it last week when we did a story on how it's been such a quiet, severe weather season. Right now, we're seeing a few areas where that rain is coming down, still pretty good, and we've got a bit of a light show there too. In fact, just to the west of the airport right now, you can see that one cell dropping some heavy rain showers. We also have a few more cells now coming in through parts of Larimer County, stretching east, southeast, down along I-25. So that's where you're likely going to find some of the wet weather here early this morning. When you look at our alerts, though, these are flash flood watches that cover most of southern, western, southwestern Colorado for today's rain. We're tapping into some pretty deep monsoon moisture, so we're likely going to see some areas where that rain comes down pretty heavy at times. We'll take a closer look at our futurecast coming up, but look at our hourly planner at just how much cooler it is today. Yesterday, we hit highs near 90. Today, it'll be about 15 to near 20 degrees cooler, low to mid 70s this afternoon.
We are very wet along I-25 up to the north. We'll start there as I'll talk about more of the rain in just a second. This is up near Fort Collins, Loveland. You can see how wet it is. We had some rain showers, and obviously some higher speeds will lead to hydroplaning, so just keep the speeds down. Take a look at the camera at I-76 south of Brighton. We just had a huge rainstorm roll through here, and actually I saw some very slow traffic from Sable down to about 104th or so. Let me show you on the map what's going on as that storm is moving to the south, so it's right in here is where it's really seeing some slower traffic as the rain was just pouring down. It's moving now across DIA, and I'm not surprised that they're going to have a ground stop right now in place at the airport, so we'll see flight delays for at least a little while as they're getting everybody out of the in the safe area, out of the way of the storm right now, and so they'll hold the planes to and from the airport for the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, but do expect some wet conditions out there. The rest of the drive just wet in some spots here this morning.
Well, we do have some breaking business news early this morning. Just hours after Denver-based Frontier Airlines backed out, JetBlue Airlines announced it has reached a deal to buy Spirit. The JetBlue acquisition will create the 5th largest airline in the country and remove a discount airline from the market. JetBlue's all-cash bid of $3.8 billion was far higher than Frontier's offer of $2.6 billion in cash and stock. JetBlue stock is up 4% on the news.
In 90 minutes, we will get a GDP report that could show we're technically in a recession, the very thing regulators are trying to prevent as they work to tame inflation. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates 0.75% yesterday. Some good news, though, if you're trying to buy a home, rates for all kinds of mortgages fell yesterday because of recession fears. Experts think the 30-year fixed rate will stay about where it's been at 5.8%. More good news for home buyers. The steep price increases that have defined the pandemic are finally cooling off. New data from Case-Shiller shows the average monthly appreciation in the metro was 4.5% in March. That dropped to just over a point in June. That is the fastest drop-off than the rest of the country. And buyers may have time to be a little more selective in their deals because more homes are staying on the market. 20% of pending offers were canceled nationwide last month because of higher interest rates. Sellers may have to come down in the price or give other concessions to buyers to close.
Well, the Senate could vote on a major spending package as early as next week. This comes after West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin said he has agreed to vote for the bill now. It addresses health care, energy, climate, and taxes on corporations and the wealthy. And it's a reverse course for Manchin. Just 2 weeks ago, he backed away from climate measures being included in any spending bill because of inflation.
Well, after being held in Russia for months, WNBA star Brittany Griner may soon be able to come home to the U.S. This morning, the U.S. is proposing a prisoner swap with Russia to bring her and American Paul Whelan home. But as ABC's Jay O'Brien explains, Russia has not agreed yet.
This morning, Russia is considering what the White House calls a substantial proposal to secure the release of American detainees Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan. Sources confirming to ABC News the U.S. is offering a prisoner swap, proposing trading infamous Russian arms dealer Victor Bout to bring the two Americans home. Bout, nicknamed the Merchant of Death, is currently serving a 25-year sentence at this federal prison in Illinois, convicted of selling weapons to terrorists. Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying he'll press for the potential deal with Russia's foreign minister later this week in their first call since Russia invaded Ukraine.
We put a substantial proposal on the table weeks ago to facilitate their release. Our governments have communicated repeatedly and directly on that proposal.
Paul Whelan, a former Marine, has been detained in Russia for more than 3 years, convicted on espionage charges, which he denies.
I want to tell the world that I'm a victim of political kidnap and ransom.
And Brittany Griner, a WNBA star and two-time Olympic gold medalist, is accused of illegally bringing cannabis oil into Russia. In court again yesterday, Griner insisting she made a mistake.
I did not plan or have the intent to bring any cannabis or banned substance to Russia.
Testifying earlier this week, the basketball star jailed for more than 5 months, holding up pictures of her wife and teammates. Russia has suggested it wants to see Griner's trial play out before agreeing to any deal, but the U.S. and the Kremlin have done prisoner exchanges before, most recently bringing American Trevor Reed home. Last month, Reed and his parents told ABC News that trading Victor Bout would be worth it to bring Griner and Whelan home. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Turning to sports, football is back. The Broncos are also one step closer to having their new owners. The NFL's Finance Committee recommended the other team owners approve the Broncos' $4.6 billion sale to the Walton Penner Group, led by Rob Walton of the Walmart family. Team owners will vote on the sale August 9th in Minneapolis, and 24 of the 32 owners need to approve the sale for it to become final. Meanwhile, the Broncos players and the coaches are back out at the UC Health Training Center for day 2 today of training camp. Practice starts at 10 a.m. and it is open to the public.
You were out there for day 1 yesterday.
I was out there, yes.
Did you catch any players?
I was right. I have a great video of Russell Wilson coming right at me as he's high-fiving the fans down the line. I had my hand out. I was like, Russ! And he just ran right by me. It's okay, though.
I think we might have that video. Well, yeah, lots of energy out there yesterday. Of course, so many of these fans were coming to see Russell Wilson, and he knew it. He got the party started running over to give those high fives. Where's Brian?
I'm at the end of the line, and he turns and runs back to the field. They probably cut the video because they're like, yeah. I know. It's a long line.
But a fun day overall for the fans.
Oh, yeah, you can't see me there.
It felt like a game, to be honest with you. We were getting after it, ones versus ones, just to go back and forth, the speed of it all. Like I said, anytime you want to be successful, you got to put the work in. There's no magic pill, there's no hidden tricks, there's no nothing. It's just, are you going to do the work? Are you going to do everything it takes? Are you going to sacrifice every day?
And we know Lisa was out there yesterday looking for Sierra. She was there, sharing this video on TikTok with her husband and the kids, all in number 3 jerseys.
She's always playing football with him too.
Yeah.
At the White House, and back here at home.
She's pretty good, I think, yeah. Denver 7 is working to get school supplies to kids who need them. School starts in just a few weeks here. We partnered with a precious child to help victims of the Marshall Fire in Broomfield yesterday. The group distributed backpacks to kids who lost everything.
I got my markers and my crayon and my pencils.
Oh, it's so fun to get those supplies. The bags also included new shoes and clothes for the kids.
Oh, his sweet voice. Now at just about 5:10, I wanted to show you the areas where we may see again a little more severe weather today. In darker green, it's going to cover a good portion of the northern front range, southern front range down near Pueblo. Hail and wind would be two of the bigger issues with some of these storms and some areas of heavy rain. We have a number of flash flood watches that have been issued. I'll show you where those are going into effect coming up.
Look right now up at the Colorado-Wyoming state line, and there is a driving rainstorm right now. Their driver went through there, and with the headlight, look at the flashes of lightning. It is just driving rain across I-25, making for a flooding situation, unfortunately, up that way. Also have some other areas, including a big storm that's rolling across I-70 just on the south side of DIA right now. So keep you updated with these storms as they're rolling through right now.
Maybe you don't want to trust TikTok for your beauty routine. The trend doctors warn could age your skin.
Also, this might make your skin crawl. Yep, those are formerly alive spiders that are dead, and scientists have turned them into zombie robots.